Hello everyone, welcome to my fourth YouTube video. As promised, like I said, I was going to share about the day of my graduation, so here you go. I am an official and proud Fresno State 2017 graduate alumni. Woo! Oh my goodness, after so many weeks of stress, of mental breakdowns, of having so much homework, I finally did it. I finally graduated from college, and there is no greater feeling in the world to be a part of an amazing goal, an amazing dream, and of course, an amazing achievement. And I thought, you know what? Let me put my graduation gear and just be in the mood, I guess you can say. I am so excited to share the day of my graduation, Saturday, May 20th, 2017. And I am so excited to just share with all of you about my day and how it all went down. So in the meantime, I'm gonna take this off because it's really kind of a little bit hot. But that day, it was a mix of emotions. I was feeling nervous and excited, and for weeks I was sharing a lot on social media about my journey to graduation, starting with my graduation box that we received back in March of the 20th. And at that time I thought, okay, graduation, it's there's still a lot of time, but it went by so fast to the point where all of you saw, I'm pretty sure. And if you didn't, I created my first YouTube video May 1st, 2017, which was 20 days until graduation, like I said in my first video. And now I'm an official graduate alumni. That is so crazy. I didn't think all those advice or all those things that people told me, graduation goes by like that, or your college life goes by like that, and I didn't want to believe, but now I do believe it. And it's because after all so much fun and also so much working, it just time passes by so fast. But it was definitely a really great goal, and I'm so happy to be. I don't have words for it, in other words, but I am just really excited to share with all of you my graduation day. Anyways, the day before, I got everything ready. I knew I'm a social media person, so I really wanted to share all my journey about graduation, and I'm sure some of you saw that on Snapchat and Instagram. So it was a long journey. I shared about my excitement, about super senioritis, because I did have a lot of super senioritis. It definitely did got to me. High school didn't get to me, I don't know why, but college did, and it was really emotional as well. But I had prepared everything, my dress, my heels, my cap and gown, my posters. Actually, these posters took me more than 2 hours to do. It took a lot of work, but I'm so proud of them, and I have something to always remember about that day, besides the people that went and my pictures. But that day also just reflected and just stayed calm, because like I said, I was really nervous. I wanted to make sure everything went perfectly fine, no flat tire, because it was a long drive, if I didn't forget nothing when we left. But the good thing was we were good on time, and we were there actually a little bit early. So it was a really long day, a very hot day. But when I woke up, I knew it was the day. It was finally here. So my mom started doing my hair, and I started doing my makeup, and I was ready earlier than usual. And I just started Snapchatting, and every time I Snapchatted, I thought, okay, this is it. Let's go to graduation. That's what I said in one of my Snapchats. And the feeling was surreal. I couldn't believe it. I was on my way, not just to Fresno State, but to one of the best days of my entire life, and that was graduation. I have a lot of mixed of emotions, but it was all for a good cause. So we get there, and there was a lot of people already. Graduates were supposed to report to the loading dock by 4:30, and the loading dock is where usually all those artists or like singers, those people that come to the same art center, they go down there and they put their cars, and they enter through down there. And we had a report there by 4:30, but a lot of the graduates were like there by 3 or so. So I was one of them, a little bit past 3, and we were in line. It was a really hot day, so we were in line, and I was hearing from some of the people that I was standing near me, that doors were gonna open at 4 supposedly. So we thought, okay, it's almost time. But then they said no, until 4:30, and everyone started just not complaining, but just, I guess, being concerned, especially us girls. My face was in sweat, the back of my neck, and I looked around and some girls were just touching themselves, making sure that their makeup didn't come out because it was really hot. And many people don't know this, only except for my parents, but I almost fainted. And what it is if I'm in the sun for a certain amount of time and I'm really uncomfortable, I start getting these panic or like anxiety attacks where I start losing my vision. I can't really stand up anymore. I start losing energy. And the good thing was I was in line with one of my great friends, Mixie, and her cousin. I've known her for many years, since kindergarten, and we graduated together from high school and we graduated from college, and they were two of my partners, and I was so grateful to have them there. Thank you, both of you, so much. If it wasn't for them, I honestly probably would have collapsed there. And the good thing was also there was a chair under a tree, so I went there and there was a woman sitting down, and I told her, "Ma'am, can I please sit down?" And she was really nice enough. She let me down and she let me sit down. And I was just trying to calm down because it was something very scary. Those of you, if you have ever experienced that, it's something very scary. You just have to drink water and just stay calm, try to stay calm. And the good thing is I did come back, and right when I was getting better, the doors opened and we started going down there. So I was Snapchatting the whole time from the moment, even not just from the day of graduation, but weeks before. I was just sharing my journey to graduation. And so we go down there, and it was so fresh. I honestly wish they would have had us at least lined up down there because there was shade and there was air. It was so fresh. But unfortunately, they didn't have shades, and it would have been really nice. But we get there and we got our sash, our Chicano Latino sash, which is this one that all graduates received, because I did do the Chicano Latino commencement, so each graduate received one of these, which is really nice. I already had two of them, but it was really nice to receive one of those. And we just started getting in line. We got our cards that said our name and our name of our parents, and which was the card that they were going to present us with. So we lined up, and check this out. We were the first ones in line. The first ones. That is crazy. I thought, okay, maybe I was going to be way in the back, because I'm used to being in the back since I'm Ibarra, but it doesn't work that way in college anymore. And I was the first one in line. It was very crazy. But we were lined up for quite a while, and that's also one of the great things that I got to experience, because one of the people that were directing us was no other than a guy or a man named Walter. He is one of the advisors for the Upper Bound program there at Fresno State, and I met him through my great friend Chico, which I will be talking about later on. And he was there directing us, and I was so happy. We started taking selfies and pictures, and he was just really great. So we were lined up before actually being in the tunnels, because we were in the entrance where they had all the cards for the graduates. So we were lined up for a couple minutes, and then they told us, okay, let's go. And we started walking through the tunnels. It was really nice. It had carpet and todo. It was very nice. And we just started walking, and we thought, okay, it's time, but it wasn't. We were lined up before the entrance to go out already to the stadium. And we were just there. We were very, well, how should I say it? Not uncomfortable, but I guess you could say for a long time. It was I think almost an hour, a little bit over an hour, and it started getting uncomfortable. I was wearing high heels, and I'm not a really big fan of of a high heel person, but if I'm just standing there not moving with high heels, I get really uncomfortable, and I ended up getting 6 blisters, but it's okay. It was all worth it. But we started hearing the mariachi from outside, and there was some people that were complaining. They said, how could our family and the people be able to hear the mariachi, but we aren't? And that is true. We were the graduates, and we weren't going to even hear the mariachi, even be a part of that celebration, which we were, but I mean, see them since the beginning, since they started singing. And the good thing was, I'm so grateful for really Walter as well, because he made the energy, insane. He was so awesome. He kept saying, okay, ahora cánteme esta, which meant like, okay, now sing this one. And we started singing, and everyone was like, woo! And then it got to a point where it was close to 6, because the graduation was gonna start at 6. And they said, okay, this is the last song. And everyone was like, oh shoot, it's getting real, it's almost here. So we started singing, and then because there was 2 entrances, and we heard the other crowd from the other entrance, which was I think from the right entrance. Like we were the left. Yeah, we were the left and right. Yeah, and they started screaming because they wanted to beat us. So we started screaming back at them too, and it was chaotic. So cool, but the moment was finally here. They told us, okay, let's go. And before we actually no, this happened right when we were at the outside of the stadium. So we go out there, and when I was